Alright guys and girls, welcome back to another video of mine on my YouTube channel. I'm Anthony Kenneth Bishop. This is my gaming channel and also my Slim Fast dieting video channel. I do a lot of Slim Fast videos, dieting and all that kind of stuff. Now I had a comment in one of my videos, checked out earlier, saying I look like I put some more weight back on. I wouldn't say that much, but it's noticeable. And the reason being is because I'm lacking exercise at the moment, so I'm not really doing much exercise. So I'm starting to now. I'm starting to get back. My waistline hasn't changed. It's still slightly the same, pretty much, actually, because I'm still wearing the same sort of trousers that I was before anyway. So it's much slimmer trousers than before. So I'm in medium, still medium trousers at the moment, or jeans, I should say, medium. They're starting to tighten a little bit, yes, but around the waist a little bit. So what my routine at the moment is, I'm starting to get back on to do my weights because I want to try and build up my chest area this year. Try and get more bulky. I'm starting to bulk in the arms. So these, my hand is hardly like going round the entire this is starting to puff out as well. And I'm hoping to get like sort of the blood vessel sort of streak out at some point where my blood vessels start to like show through, which means your body starts to get the blood flowing through the body, gets more healthier, you get more oxygen flowing through the body when you start seeing your blood vessels and all that. That's what I heard anyway. Not too quite sure if it is true, but if it helps more healthier circulate around the body, more healthier. Also, I'm going to start doing some more cardio, some more running, jogging and all that kind of stuff. So I might do some videos for my future videos for my YouTube channel. So definitely look out for them. Also, I'm going to start trying to eat more vegetables. So that's why I'm eating more vegetables lately. And that's why I'm doing these big, massive, bulky plates and all that. Also, why I've been putting a little bit of weight on is because I'm having bananas during the afternoon and all that. And I'm also not eating like before 6 o'clock. Really, I should eat before 6 o'clock. I usually eat sometimes after. So that's probably why, because of the transition. So today I'm going to try and eat before 6. Today it is, let's have a look. It's Tuesday the 10th of April 2018. And it's 15:08. So anything between 4 and 5 o'clock in just before 6 o'clock. Be perfect. So yeah, I also wanted to talk about PlayStation 5, the latest one. There's been some rumours in the rumour mill that PlayStation 5 is apparently coming out this year. I wouldn't get the sources too dignified and too like into it. Just take it with a grain of salt. I think, to be honest, because there's a lot of developer kits out, sort of PlayStation 5 developer kits coming out already to developers all over, and they've been like that for weeks or months or whatever I heard somewhere on the internet. But, to be honest, I would say 2019 to 2020, maybe, around about that. I wouldn't say till 2022, to be honest, that they should bring out the PlayStation 5. Because the PS4 is doing fantastic and there's some great games coming out as well, which I can't wait. God of War 4, I think it is. So that should be fantastic. I can't wait to play that. Actually, I think, is it God of War 5 or something? 4 or 5. It's one of the games, I know, because there's a lot of games been coming out. So they've got the new God of War coming out. And then there was some games that's been put back. I hope with the PlayStation 5, I hope they integrate the VR inside, because with the PlayStation 4, the VR, PSVR or PlayStation Virtual Reality headsets, I've noticed there's too many wires, and that little square box where you plug all the wires in, they could actually implement that into the PlayStation 5. Hopefully as well, I've noticed with the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 4 Pro, it is loud as anything. It's terribly loud. And I think what they should do for the PlayStation 5 is get a sort of get a cooling chamber like the Xbox One X. Now that's fantastic. It's quite quiet. I wouldn't say it's really quiet, but it's quiet enough that you could hardly hear it. You could hardly hear a pin drop. It's to that point they've got like sort of cooling chambers. It's more of like a cooling system built inside, but they should put it onto the CPU, make it so all the hot air literally just sucks out and all that at the back, and that way it won't rev up like a bloody jet engine. Hopefully it's tiny as well. I would like the PlayStation 5 to be like sort of a hybrid console, bit like the Switch. The Switch is fantastic. I've been playing the Switch a little bit. I've been playing Super Mario on there, Odyssey, absolutely fantastic game. Zelda, Breath of the Wild, amazing. Open world cartoonish game. I would love the PS5 in the next generation of systems consoles to literally take the performance of the Xbox One X and literally implement that into PlayStation 5, and it'd be fantastic if it's like powerful and it's also doesn't overheat and doesn't actually sound like a jet engine. It should be fantastic. And if they make the games, the PlayStation 1 games, PlayStation 2s, PS3s and the PS4 games, if they make those backwards compatible, also the PlayStation VR headset compatible with the PS5, I will definitely buy that system. It's fantastic, and hopefully they keep on doing the discs as well, because I would like a hybrid drive or a hybrid console. So basically, like, you'll have your main sort of handheld system, so you'll use your memory card, you'll put the memory card in there, and you'll download the games that are downloadable games, you'll download that on to the handheld system, like the PSP or the PS Vita, which would be fantastic. And then what you do then, you get roughly 1080p or 1440p, some ridiculous sort of high-end OLED screen built onto it. And then what you do then, you have a docking station where you put the actual tablet into the docking station, and then what it does, the CPU in there literally overtakes the actual docking station's tablet and turns that into a gaming console, so you can plug it into your TV like the Switch. And hopefully it outputs in 4K native 60 frames per second, and also can handle PlayStation VR headsets in there as well, or any different kinds of headsets, like cheaper versions of the PSVR or something, which would be fantastic, because they need sort of like a budget. Everyone's got different budgets. Some people have like low-end budgets, medium-sized budgets, and also high-end budgets. So, and also hopefully you can change over the RAM, the graphics cards, so it's more compatible, so you can just take in and out. That would be quite cool if it was something like a PC, similar to a PC specs. Hopefully also, hopefully with the Xbox One, guys and girls, right? The Xbox One X is fantastic. Its performance is just outstandable, and it's astonishing. Now, I think with the Xbox One X with HoloLens, that's coming out, and I think that's going to be expensive anyway. That's sort of like the augmented reality, virtual reality world, where basically you put the headset on and you've got a whole massive computer PC. You've got all the windows and all the programs, and you can select them just using your fingers and all that. And then you have like a sort of a virtual keyboard, so you can all do all the typing. Something out of Johnny Mnemonic. If you haven't seen Johnny Mnemonic, fantastic film. Keanu Reeves, you'll know what I mean if you've seen that film, guys and girls. I think in the future, virtual reality televisions are going to be sort of like deceased. I don't think we're going to have TVs in the future. I think it's going to be holographic sort of televisions, where it's going to be a hologram you just put on there. It'd be something like the Back to the Future, something similar to Back to the Future films, which should be awesome. But I hope that Xbox One X gets like sort of PlayStation VR support. Not actually have support from PlayStation VR. I'm on about have its own virtual reality. I would love to play like what's it called, War Thunder in VR. That would be just spectacular, and have it in crystal clear sort of 4K, so that you'll have like 1440p in each eye, which would be, what's that, 28 something, 2840, 60 or something like that. And that's divided across be like 1440p, 2840, 1440p or something like that. Or have it so it's actually 4K in each eye, so it'd be like a roughly 8K sort of lens. But do it really cheap for 400 quid. That'd be bargain if it was something like that. And then you can just plug it, if it's wireless, and you just plug it into your Xbox One X and then just play games. I think, to be honest, there could be some good decent apps you could get for virtual reality if they made some decent good apps. I would like the one where I would like an app where you go into your own garage and you can actually build your own cars and all of that, like a virtual reality car mechanic. And basically it shows you to each little teeny tiny little bit, like from the screws to the nuts, the bolts, the wheels, the tires, the actual drive train or strain and all that. The ignitions, the starting engine, the motor and all that, the brake pads, the brake shoes, everything. I would like it like that. Or actually have like a sort of a simulator, a doctor simulator. So they actually have a patient on a table where you actually see in front of you, see a patient on a table, operating table, and then it takes you through all the tasks, and then use like little thumb sort of sticks where you can actually do all the operating on the table, and it takes you through little tasks, how to take out the hearts, the liver, the lungs, how to break the rib cage open and all that. You know what I mean anyway, guys and girls. Like if you're a doctors or anything, they should have something like that, so in general a person could actually learn it, and it could be educational. If some virtual reality games were actually educational, there's a lot of games out there I presume is educational in the first place, which would be fantastic, because it'd be like sort of a learning experience but in virtual world reality. Anyway, I also got a video I uploaded yesterday where I was on a roller coaster, virtual reality roller coaster. Fantastic. It's called Roller Coaster Legends. It's on the PlayStation 4 VR, and I've been playing it on the PSVR Pro, on the PlayStation 4 Pro I should say, and it's enhanced for PlayStation VR, and it gives you that motion sickness. The one where you're just sitting on the roller coaster, takes you through, you feel the actual force of the speed, and then you feel yourself going down the track real fast, and then you just like literally transcend. Actually, I need to put the down for 2 minutes. So yeah, it feels like you're on a, it actually makes you feel, gives you that sickness in your stomach when you go down, like the G-force or something, or you going down so fast. It's just a fantastic feel. It makes you a little bit nauseating and stuff, but it's just a fantastic experience for PlayStation VR. Also, there's a game on PlayStation VR where you go in, I think it's called PlayStation Worlds, and you go into a shark tank, and there's this big massive sort of shark where he just circulates around the cage, and then he ends up like trying to rip open the cage with you in it, and then eventually he starts trying to get at the cage and trying to kill you and all that, and then the whole cage just opens up, and then it's just you and the bottom of the cage opened up, and you look down and it's empty. But what it does, the cage lowers down to the bottom, and then for some reason the cables end up getting snapped off or something, so you have to wait till the, I think it was like the submarine comes down to lift you back up. Also there's one called PSVR, the London Heist, where you are in a sort of a gangster type world, and it's just fantastic. If they brought that over to the Xbox One X and brought like an Xbox One X augmented reality headset, just be fantastic. Anyway, guys and girls, if you enjoyed this episode, do like, favourite, share, comment, subscribe, and if you cannot wait until an Xbox One virtual reality headset comes out, or if a compatible PC one would come on there at some point, so you can get cheaper headsets and work them on the actual system, and fancy if you could just sit in a cockpit of an aeroplane and literally see the whole plane. You literally fly in it, and it's in 4K, and it's really good, decent picture, and HDR as well. They need to make a Xbox One headset with 4K support for the Xbox One X, and also HDR, all built into one, and it'd be fantastic. It should be able to work on like low, medium, high settings. They'll have to work it out until it goes on. But anyway, guys and girls, cheers all for watching, stay safe, and have a good one, guys and girls.